187. Wow. Hey, everybody. Photo sharing discussion number 187. Masters weekend. For all you golf fans out there, I guess Justin Rose is winning. Sergio Garcia is choking and falling behind. So that'll probably finish up in about an hour or two. But spring is officially here. I guess once the Masters hits, that's for a lot of people, that's the official start of spring. So for all you people up in the northern half of the country, that means it's going to get warm really quick. So, or hope so at least. So got Wes down there in Florida. How's it going, Wes?
Going good.
Good. Glad to have you. I'm going to go ahead and click this link here and post it in the YouTube end of things. That might be a good way to post it in the chat. Mute myself on YouTube. About a 15-second. There we go. That should be the link. Okay, cool. So yeah, so you had, was it pretty warm yesterday there, or pretty comfortable?
Yeah, it was low 70s, so it was like really perfect weather.
Yeah.
It was cool if you were in the shade, but if you were in the sun, it was really nice.
Yeah. It was a little cooler than that here, but still kind of breezy yesterday, but not bad. Not bad. We had all that storms and stuff come through. Was it Tuesday and Wednesday, and a lot of rain. We got a lot of rain, a lot of wind. Thankfully, no trees down in the area, but 3 inches of rain in one day, which is a lot for us. I mean, even for Atlanta, that's a fair amount of rain. So,
yeah.
But this is a nice time of year.
Yeah, we drove through an area like south of Albany that was like, I guess a tornado had come through there, and it was just crazy looking.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention.
They had tornado.
Yeah, it went through on, was it Wednesday, I guess? Yeah, Wednesday, whatever day that was, whatever day the storm was. That was the one big tornado in Georgia, was just south of Albany, they said. So I was wondering if you saw any tornado damage.
It was bad looking. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Trees down and all over the place.
Yeah. The ones that were up didn't have any leaves. They were just branches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was.
You could see just a path going across the land, like just like a.
Yeah.
We passed by like a Family Dollar that was just nothing but bones, basically. It just like something had exploded inside of it.
Yeah, just stripped everything off of it. Yeah, that was like 5 or 6 years ago. They had those tornadoes. I don't know if you remember. They went through Alabama and then they went up through northwest Georgia and just destroyed a lot of stuff up there. And about a month after that, I did a bike ride up there. And part of the ride is you're riding up on like this ridge line in the mountain, and you're looking down into the valley. It's maybe 1,000 feet below you or whatever. And that valley was where the tornado went through. The valley kind of funneled the tornado. So you're up on this ridge looking down, and you just see this. You could literally just see the path, just right across the landscape. That was wow. It's impressive and scary at the same time. I mean, it's just wind, but man, it does a lot of damage. And we get a lot of tornadoes down here. And a lot of people don't. I mean, I didn't really think about it. I figured, well, we're moving from the Midwest. We get a lot of tornadoes in the Midwest. I never really thought about how many are down here. But I think in the 10 years we've lived down here, we've had more tornado warning, things where we've actually been like get into the lowest level of your house type of thing. Tornadoes within like 5 or 10 miles or even closer. And we never had that. We never had that in Illinois, and never had that in Colorado. So yeah, I mean, this is the time of year for it. Springtime is when it hits here, and then by the time we get into May into June, then that's when it moves up into the plains like Oklahoma and all that stuff. So yeah, well, so you got some photography in this week, which is good. I didn't get any photography in, but I spent a lot of time scanning one image, which I've still got to figure out what to do. I emailed the guy that owns the studio. I was like, hey, what's the deal? I mean, I scanned this 4x5 color. I don't know if you watched the show last week, but I scanned it, and it took like an hour and 15 minutes for a 4x5 color negative. I'm like, something's wrong. And he's like, well, you maybe had the dust removal, the infrared dust removal on the color. And he says,
Yeah.
if you have that checked, that takes forever. He says, so do this,
That's
this,
what I
and
was
this.
wondering. Yeah.
So I went down yesterday and I was like, okay, I got 2 hours. If it cuts the time down to a half an hour to scan, which I'm fine with that. So I should be able to get, I've got 3 negatives I want to get scanned. I should be fine. I went down and I checked everything off in the boxes and no dust removal, no this, no that. And I set it at the same resolution. And I hit scan, and the scan itself went a little faster. It took maybe 4 minutes for when the scanner was actually working. But then it took an hour and 15 minutes for the little thing sitting there going processing. So I don't.
Do you know how much RAM is in that Mac Mini that's connected to?
2 gigs. That's probably the factor.
Yeah. That's probably it there.
Yeah, but
it's not enough.
Yeah, so it's just end up doing.
If you're doing a 1 gig file,
yeah, it's just doing a disk swap. So I'm gonna have to ask him and see. But he's been shooting 4x5 for a while, and he does a lot of color. So I'm gonna have to ask him what settings he used. But yeah, I mean, I think bottom line, I'm just gonna have to drop the resolution down to. I was doing it at 3200 DPI. So that ends up being whatever that is. 13,000 by 16,000. So it's a big file. 1.1 gig. So if I reduce it down to 2,000, then that drops it down to like 500 meg or something like that. And it should still be, it's still 8,000 by 10,000. So that's probably going to have to be. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, that's just too long. It's like, if it's going to take that long, talk about slow photography. I talk about large format slow photography. The photography is fast. It's the scanning that you'll age on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just crazy. So I've got to play around with that a little bit more. But I got a better result out of it. I didn't have to. I took off the the film preset on the scanning software. I just went to just like neutral where it didn't do anything, and that got it a lot better. So then I was able to open it up in Photoshop and use the plugin there. I was able to get a lot better color quicker, or closer color faster. So I think that's the way to do it. Just use the scanning software to just scan it in as neutral as you can. And then use the software that's specifically designed for color conversion. On black and white's easy. I just go in and convert it and adjust a couple sliders. But color can be a little tricky with the color cast and all that stuff. That each film has a little different color cast to it. So it's definitely a learning experience. Black and white's pretty easy. It scans pretty fast. It takes 15 minutes maybe to scan a black and white. But it's 300 meg file, I think. Yeah, 300 meg.
Yeah.
So, but I was like, okay, so 15 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes for 300. So maybe it'll take 30 minutes for a gig. Well, no, it's not a direct correlation. It's more like a logarithmic. Because it went from the file's technically is only 3 times as big, but it took almost 8 times as long.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I may have to put more. It probably is. It probably has RAM in the machine because it just spends all its time swapping. I guess is that what it would do? It would just end up swapping back and forth and just going bit by bit, essentially. And
it probably has a slow hard drive in it, so that's even really slow. So it probably has some laptop hard drive in it.
Yeah, that might be true. Instead of like an SSD or something. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I've got to play around with it and find out. But I'm getting better at scanning. But yeah, just that if that's what it really takes to scan at that level, then all I'll shoot is black and white until I get to figure out a way to do it. But lots of guys scan 8x10s. There's guys that do large format 8x10 color. So they'll do like Velvia 8x10, and they'll scan it, and they use the Epson 700 and I think Silverfast. Yeah, so maybe I'll email one of those guys and find out what their settings are and what kind of machine they're running on and what the settings are.
Right.
because yeah, that's just prohibitively, you know, it's like, I don't mind taking a little bit of time, but that's way too much time. So, oh, good. So I saw a guy, I was out at the, we went out for a walk today at the, one of the parks I went to, and you know, that I photographed some stuff at to kind of show Pam where things were at. And there was a guy flying a drone, and he said it was this, I don't know if it's the same model, but the same company as yours. Is it is it QU or something like that? Is that what it is?
Unique.
Yeah, Unique. I think that's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a Ford. I don't know. I forgot what model he said it was though.
If it was 4 blades, it's probably the same one I have.
And the blades were maybe 8 inches, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it gray? It's got like matte gray, and it's got little carbon fiber things that drop down. I mean, things. Okay. Yeah. And it's got, what are the red and green lights on it when he was flying it? Is it red recording and green not recording, or it had little LEDs on it?
Yeah, like the red is like the back of it, and the white's front lights, and then the green is like if you're in go home mode, I think.
Oh, okay, that must be it. Yeah, because it turned green and then it kind of came back towards them, and then it sat right down. Okay.
I'd have to get out the cheat sheet. There's a whole bunch of different like codes of what the lights mean, so you can kind of like look at it and see like what mode you're in or what's happening.
Yeah.
If the batteries are getting low, stuff like that.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So you get a little visual cue before it plummets from the air and into the river, because the guy was flying over the river, and the gimbal
the
on
controller vibrates too.
Oh, okay.
When the batteries get low.
Yeah, but he had the controller. It looked like he had like an iPad or something attached to it as a video.
Okay.
As a monitor to see what he's shooting. But he had the little gimbal had I guess a removable lens. Do you have the ability to remove lenses off of it?
No. There's other drones that do have interchangeable lenses that are micro four thirds sensors, but mine's just I can put like different filters on it, but that's about it.
No, because he sat it down and he literally took off a lens, and then once that came off, it looked like it was just a body, and you could see the sensor behind it. So maybe that was.
He must have something a little higher end than what I got then.
It was pretty sweet. I mean, he was hovering around over there. There was a bunch of people out in the river, you know, some fishermen out there and kids playing in the water and everything. And he was, I was looking on the tablet or whatever he had, and it was a pretty cool view. I mean, he was up maybe 75 feet above, and then he dropped down to 25, 30 feet and kind of went around over everything and came back. Pretty cool images. Yeah. It's neat. Yeah. It's amazing how fast that technology has, increased in the last few years. I mean, they used to be more just toys that would fly around, but now you literally have a mobile photography platform. I mean, high resolution imagery platform now, which is cool. And you've gotten some good stuff off that. Have you had a chance to fly it any more in the last week or two?
No, not recently.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what kind of, you've gotten some good stuff off of it, so I'd be interested to see.
I'm still scared to do too much with it.
Yeah, just make sure you're comfortable with everything before you push the envelope. Yeah, I think that would kind of suck, especially if that guy, the river was kind of rushing around, and if it found the river, it was gone. You know, if you'd have plumped, done a splashdown in the river, it would have been gone before he could have done anything about it, never to be seen again. So
when I was editing that last video I did at the prairie there, I was like looking at I was seeing all the alligators on the ground when I was editing. I was like, well, I'm glad I didn't crash it.
Yeah. You go out and become alligator food.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
And all hiding in the grass, right? I mean, you wouldn't see them.
Yeah. They're just out there. I'm like, wow, okay.
I
want to go after that.
No, probably not. Yeah, that's that's funny. I mean, yeah, because literally you could just like wander out through the grass. I'm gonna go find this, and then step on an alligator and say, end up like that guy. What was that guy? Was that in Indonesia or something? They found. Did you hear that story? That this like 25-year-old guy went missing, and they found him inside a python a few days later.
Wow.
Yeah. So Yeah. Don't want that to happen.
Crazy.
Not be a good thing. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Well, let's jump in. You didn't get any new photography equipment or anything before I go into images? No? Okay.
Not at all.
No, I didn't. I didn't either. I just spent time scanning.
I spent some time on Fred Miranda, still trying to get an EM1, but no good deals to be had right now.
What are the prices? How long have you been looking for one? Have you?
I don't know. 8 months or so, 8 or 9 months.
Has the price dropped over that time? The average price, do you think? Has it come down?
Not from what I'm seeing. They're still hovering around $500, $600.
Okay. And what were they new?
What they were
just around
the
1,000?
Mark II came out.
Okay.
I think they were 1,200 new.
Okay. All right.
1,400 somewhere in there.
So what are they, about 3 years? Have they been out about 2 to 3 years at this point?
4 years, I think, close to 4 years. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Been out quite a bit. Well, I got the EM5. When did I get that? I got that 2 years ago, but it was 2 years old. I was a year and a half old or something. So that would have been, that got replaced by EM1. Is that EM5? Is that what replaced it? Did they kind of jump up from the EM5 to the EM1?
Yeah, I think so. I think that was the order they came in.
Okay.
And then the
so that must be why
that.
Yeah. That must be why the EM5 dropped in price, and that's when I ended up getting it about 2 years ago. It was the guy had it for about a year and a half, and then the EM1 had been out for a little while, so the EM5 dropped, and then right after that, the EM10 came out. So now they're on what, EM1 Mark II?
Right. That came out 3 or 4 months ago, so I figured the Mark I would be dropped in price, but it hasn't.
Mm-hmm. And
because I guess because that's $2,000.
Mm-hmm. Wow. The Mark II is $2,000?
Yeah.
Jeez. And what about the EM10? Do they have an EM10 Mark II now too, right? Did they come out?
They put that out a year and a half ago, I'd say.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a while ago. Yeah. That came out almost right after I got the EM10, I think.
Yeah. I think there's an EM5 Mark II also.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Well, it'd be interesting. Well, you would think the EM1 would drop. So it's still hovering around $500 or so for the body.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
just body alone.
And are there a lot? I mean, I haven't looked for them on anywhere, but are they starting to pop up? Are you seeing more of them, even though the price is staying the same, or more of them starting to pop up?
I guess a few more.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Not a lot.
All right. I'm just wondering what the how Micro Four Thirds is going to continue. You know, what's going to be the future of Micro Four Thirds, like 5 years or so down the road, because they're getting more. Well, full frame DSLRs are getting smaller a little bit. So they've kind of gone that road. So I just want be interesting to see. I mean, I think I'm perfectly happy with the quality I get off of the 5 or the 10. They're perfectly fine quality wise, but it'd be interesting to see because I don't think they can go much higher on megapixels for that. What's that sensor? Is it 20 megapixels or 18 right now?
Yeah, they're all doing 20 right now. We'll see.
Okay. All right. So the APS-C are basically 23, right? So for like the
24.
Okay. And the full frames are 32 now. Is that what they are, basically?
It depends on which one you get, but in the 30s, low 30s,
okay.
usually.
30, 35. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I mean, I think the 4 thirds is a good format. I mean, I think it fits nice.
I really like it.
Fits a nice spot right in the middle. And for general enthusiast photography, I think it makes a lot of sense. I think it really does. I mean, as long as I'm shooting the large format, I don't see changing anything on the digital camera side. I think I'll keep the Micro Four Thirds because it's portable, it's lightweight, it does everything I need to do from a digital side. If I really want to go crazy with super high resolution and all that, then I can use the large format camera for that. And the Micro Four Thirds is nice and compact. It works good for me, and then also for Pam with her smaller hands. It works out pretty good. It's very easy to carry around and not hard to carry. I mean, it's lightweight and pretty portable, and the compact zoom lenses, like the full range zoom, like she has, what is it, the 14 to 150, I think is what she uses on hers. Yeah, and that's a perfect. Yeah, it's like a 28 to 300. So that's a perfect. That's an all-in-one lens that gives great results. I mean, as long as you have a decent amount of light, it works fine. So that'd be interesting to see. So let's go into. Wow, we got a lot of stuff posted here. That's good. All right, go back in here to the group and see what we got. All right, share that. And I think, yeah, this was my rock one was the last one last week. So this is, okay, Christy. Huh, interesting. Multiple exposure. It looks like, wow, it's like painting almost.
Yeah.
Stitching them together. So we got the canal. It looks like Venice down here. I don't know. I mean, that's recognizable, and who knows what the other ones are, but it looks like three multiple exposure down here, multiple up here, and multiple exposures of 3 scenes blended together. That's pretty cool. That's interesting. I know Christy has started posting here again after, not for a while, but she does a lot of this kind of work, which is interesting. Very cool. Yeah, Italy would be fun. I'd like to go to Italy. Prices have come down quite a bit for travel to Europe. Still kind of expensive, but compared to what they were, man, they've come down quite a bit. I think you can get to is it Rome? I saw for at least from Atlanta. No, you have to fly from somewhere in New England, like Boston or Providence or that type of thing, for several $100 round trip. But then you got to get up there. So by the time you add the two together, you're looking maybe round trip at $600 or something like that, which is still really really cheap. So
yeah, I'm sure Atlanta to Boston isn't that expensive.
Yeah, it's not too bad at all. You can get it for like 150 round trip, something like that.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Between Solitude and Loneliness. Last winter shots, probably. The frozen water. Cool. Yeah, this is very neat.
It's cool and it's cool.
Yeah, it's cold and it's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got looks like just starting to melt on the surface because you got this pool of water on there with the reflection of the waterfall behind it. You've got the moss on the rocks, the ice, the little snow patch, and yeah, very good. And let's see what. Oh, it's only 1/5 of a second. Come on, Simi.
Yeah.
Put that 10 stop on there and get it up to 50 seconds.
Yeah, let's see that ice move. Let's see how fast the ice moves.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's probably like the last shots of winter for him, I would imagine. I imagine things are pretty much gone by now. This was 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. So, but yeah, very nice. He is building up quite a body of work. Good stuff. Ooh, here we go. Nope, still 1/5 of a second. Wow. Fast flowing water though, because you're getting some nice. You're getting a lot of motion there, so that means it's moving along pretty good. Frozen Eden. Fallsbrook Falls. Still in the grips of winter. Luckily, the weather has been moderate. Well worth a trek to capture this. Yeah, I would say so. Mm-hmm. Wow. Look at that. I think the colors here, the moss and whatever is just fantastic, because that just gives that thing that's transitioning either into winter or out of winter, because you got the kind of the mix of the two.
The greens, and the browns, and the white.
Yeah.
Neat.
The water is moving fast enough that it's got nice blurring. You've got the ice. Yeah. You just need to get a large format camera, Sammy. That's all. So this would only be like $10 for the shot. Come on. Man, yeah, this is fantastic. Great stuff. He's got a lot of stuff around. I don't know how far. What was this? Hartford, Connecticut. Okay, so I don't know how far Hartford is from Madison. Probably not. Connecticut's a pretty small. Oh, he's in. Yeah, that's probably not that far away, but definitely some effort to get there. Sounds like you had to walk in to get this. So, yeah, well worth it. Oh, okay. So we got more Italy. Rome, Italy, at least once. Oh, is this? I wonder if this was. No, it's the Kodak Easy Share M550. Taken on, okay, April 23rd, 2013. That's a very, almost like a 1960s kind of film kind of look. It's very muted colors and kind of pastel kind of colors. Yeah, there's some people there, ruins. Yeah, this would be amazing to see. Cool stuff. Yeah, I don't know what kind of processing she did with this, but yeah, it doesn't really say. 3/12/2007. Okay, so taken in 2013.
You just adjust the temperature some and desaturate it a bit.
Yeah, that might be it. Yeah, desaturate it. Warm it up and desaturate it, maybe. Yeah. It's kind of neat. Kind of gives it an old-timey, an aged look to the image. Another crappy landscape shot. This is Tuxus Island view. Textures. Huh. What is that? Is this a new feature on, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you can annotate photos now, I guess.
Oh, wow. Okay. I never noticed that before. So just personally, I don't think I could like change it for everybody, but I could do.
Well, no.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I could. Oh, so Mikhail. Okay, so I could do something there. Oh, okay. So I wonder how you
do like an annotated comment somehow. Yeah, I don't know. I think you just draw a box and then add a note.
Huh. More texture. Okay. Cool. That's neat. I didn't even know that. That's neat.
Just noticed that when I was uploading photos today, so it must be fairly new.
Yeah. There are lots of textures here. And this was okay. There we go. That's the semi. That's the exposure we like to see. 181 seconds.
Well, he heard you were upset about 179 seconds, and
across the 3-minute barrier.
You said you were doing 180, so he went to 181.
Yeah. He one-upped me.
Yeah.
That's cool. Look at the color in the clouds. Yeah, that's very cool. Tuxus Island view. Madison, Connecticut. This is taken March 11th. Wow. Good stuff. Amazing. He's got a lot of subjects.
Wish we had rocks here.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have a lot of rocks there, do you?
No, it's all sand.
Sand and alligators. Alligators that look like rocks until you step on them.
Yeah, they're rocky.
This is a big granite boulder.
Yeah.
Okay, 20. This was, I wonder what time of day. Morning or afternoon, I'm wondering. Okay, 6 o'clock. So, yeah, taken in the late afternoon. Yeah. Very nice. Look at all that texture and color and stuff on the rock. So he calls it split rocks. So I wonder if is that the base there and then this fell off maybe? Yeah, that might be. That's neat. The color. I wonder if he warmed it up a little bit. Maybe not. At the time of day, just get some nice light.
It's like maybe just some saturation.
Yeah. Yeah. Bring out maybe some clarity or vibrance or something in here. Yeah. Yeah. That's neat. That Sunstreak coming across. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, Joe posted one. Ariel 02. Northern Ridge from the same shoot. Ariel Monday. Okay, so uploaded April 8th. Did you do the shoot I think you did this a couple weeks ago. Oh, okay, yeah, she's the one.
He was one he shared last week as well. Same girl.
Face underneath her arm. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is nice. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Very interesting. All white background.
Mm-hmm.
That's neat. Good stuff, Joe.
Very nice.
Yep. Hopefully gets his house fixed and get back into shooting. Happy Sunday. Uploaded April 9th. So this was Architectures. Mug.
Boston.
Okay, so taken in Boston, huh? That's a neat view on that church. I saw the rock and the stone and the picture window in the tower. That's a nice take on that. Very nice. Cool. And leaves coming out up there, so it's going to be spring is here. Very nice. Okay, here's the 2-hour scan. This is the one that took me 2 hours. So this was the color version. I posted the black and white a couple weeks ago. And I was interested to see how the color would bring out some of the detail on the rocks. And I got it pretty close. I went back there today to kind of compare how I processed it to what was actually there. And I got pretty close. I did. I scanned it in pretty much neutral, not having the scan software do any try to emulate any kind of film stock or anything like that. So I just scanned it pretty much neutral, and then dumped it into the color conversion plugin called Color Perfect that I use in Photoshop, and it has presets for different films. So I picked the Ektar 100, and all I did with this was I did a little bit increase in saturation because the light was pretty flat that day, and that's about it. I bumped up and dropped the exposure like a quarter stop, but then just bumped up the saturation just a little bit, maybe like, I don't know, 10 or something like that. And then when I dumped it into Lightroom, I didn't do anything other than just cropping it a little bit to get rid of the edge of the film. So it came out pretty good. And this was scanned at the full 3200 DPI. So I didn't get
Definitely a lot of detail.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of detail there, and I got it pretty good. If I do this 1-to-1 in Lightroom, I can. This is all in focus here, pretty good. I lost a little bit up here and these leaves over here, so I'm learning very quickly that the amount of tilt that you need in order to increase the depth of field is pretty minimal. So I probably had this over tilted. I was out taking a look. Actually, I lied. I did get out on, was it Wednesday, and do a couple shots of that pool in the river since more leaves are out. But what I found was you just need to tilt it just barely, maybe 5 degrees, 10 degrees at most to get it, and it's very sensitive. So I probably had it over tilted.
Too much, yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm figuring that out. It's very, very minor. So, and I don't know what this would be since this was above me. So I was sitting there, camera's basically sitting right at the bottom of the frame, and this was a little hill going up there. So I might not have even needed to do anything at all. But I had it. I did have front tilt. It was fairly noticeable to the eye, whereas for something like this, I probably didn't even need it at all. But I'll figure it out. It's and I haven't yet played around with the back tilt, which I guess takes whatever's in the foreground and makes it bigger. So I haven't even tried that yet. So there's a lot of different variety, but I did like that I did get the color brought out some of the blue in the sky and a little bit of green that was out. There was a lot more out today. We went out there today, and all this stuff is pretty much leafed out now. So it was kind of interesting. But yeah, it's definitely it's not a point and shoot. It takes a while. Yeah. So this is Orange Gator Cage. So is this on the campus? Museum of Creativity?
This is at the Depot Park where we walked through and we went to the brewery.
Okay. And this was taken sunset, I'm assuming, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah.
Nice colors on that. So this is the Progress Cade Museum. Okay. Museum of Creativity and Invention. So what do they have in there? Just like maker stuff? Is that kind of what they do, or?
I don't know exactly what it was. It's not done yet, so.
Okay.
Exactly
they're still building it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting architecture. Interesting design.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty neat place when it's done.
Yeah. That's cool. That's neat. Nice color. You got the sun right behind the building. And this is with the okay.
The M10.
12 to 40, your pro.
The
pro
12
lens.
to 40.
Yeah. You're liking that lens, right? It's a nice one.
Oh yeah, that lens is awesome. I wish I could afford all the pro lenses.
Yeah. Have they come down in price at all, or are they still pretty much?
They're pretty much what they were.
Okay.
And,
they're
between 1,000 and 1,500 a piece.
Wow. Yeah. That's maybe I don't know what they are. Well, new but used. You probably get them for probably $600, $700 probably. I would think for a good, a well kept one. Yeah.
Yeah, I got this one refurbished for $500, so that was like a steal at the time.
Yeah, was that Black Friday, or did you get that special?
I think so. It was something around that time. They had some special deal. It was like extra 30% off of all their refurbished lenses or whatever. So
that's
really good deal.
Yeah, and that's the lens you use. I mean, that's the main lens you use on this camera now, right? And then
pretty much.
Yeah.
Unless I need to, zoom in on something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a nice lens. Oh, this is cool. Bike rack. Yeah, I really like this. Black and white. 12 to 40. At the park too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat. Nice concentric. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's neat. Same time of day, right near later in the day, right?
Yeah.
The sun was down, so you get the shadow. Yeah, that's nice. That's very nice. Cool. Good urban photography shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's neat. Okay, so wow, look at the colors on that. Okay, so you took your E1. Sweet. Wow. Lots of detail on those all that beadwork. Were there a lot of people there yesterday? Was it pretty crowded?
Yeah, it was pretty well crowded, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Since the weather was so nice.
Yeah. Yeah, is it just one day? Did they just do one weekend? Or does it?
I think it's 2 days, yeah.
Okay.
Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, so just one weekend a year then, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, look at all that. The green feathers. Yeah. Aztec 2-step. Yeah, that's a cool color shot. That is very nice.
You know, it says 50 millimeters. That's the Pentax 135.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to change the setting in the camera that writes that data.
Hmm. So, okay. So it's actually the Pentax 135 then, huh? Mm. All right. That's neat. Very colorful. Lots of colors, and it looks like that with the sun and everything came out.
Yeah.
Very nice. Neat stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Hoop dance. That's your Earth Native American dance group. Hoops. 1-5. He's got like 8. Looks like 8 or 10. Well, more than that. 8 or 10 hoops. That's nice.
Yeah, I was just playing around trying to do some action with manual focus. It's not easy.
Yeah. Yep. You find yourself having to do a lot of pre-focus and hope they come into the frame.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much kind of pre-focus and kind of guess to where they're in the right spot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's a challenge. It came out pretty good. You got it. It's pretty sharp. What was 1/1000th. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of light, so wasn't having any problem with that.
Yeah, looks like it was plenty of sunlight. Oh. I wonder if Dennis is. I don't see him saying he's not able to meet. I'm just going real fast and checking. Oh, okay. So infrared. We finally got the film developed. Oh, this is cool. This has a very building on 1 to 50, so stand development basically. Oh wow. Yeah, it's got an interesting lots of grain and texture in it. Mm-hmm. That's a neat scene too, kind of up on a hill.
Yeah, I'm wondering where this is at.
Yeah, there's some old stonework. I mean, yeah, this stuff's probably 400 or 500 years old. Old wall, yeah, up on a hill overlooking a valley. That tree. This would be a neat scene to come back if you were to get some snow on the ground up here. That would be neat, just with regular film. That's very cool. I like that. Yeah. So we got. Oh, ooh. I'm gonna have to come back and revisit these if Dennis gets on. I want to find out more about these, but that's kind of cool. We got path. Grass. Yeah, it's got that snow kind of look to it.
Yeah, everything's white. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that's green is white.
Yeah, kind of comes out to a looks like a House of Cards kind of when they do the promo for House of Cards, Washington D.C. speed everything up. They use kind of an infrared filter on the camera, must because it has that same kind of look to it.
That's a bird. Is that a bird blind there? Is that what that is?
This? I don't know. Yeah. It's not that big. I wonder. Maybe. Or, I don't know, like a farm building or something. Mm-hmm. It's kind of out in the country a little bit. I wonder what these are. These look like they're crane. Oh, he's out along the channel or something. These look like they're cranes or something for ships, or maybe they're windmills or turbines. Wind turbines. Yeah, that's neat. He must have got the roll of film developed. Let's see if he's. No, okay. I just wanted to see if he was unable to. Yeah. All right. Is that the last one? Okay. Yeah. Last one. Ooh, I like this one. He's got three windmills in it. The power of 3. Okay. That's neat. And this was with the what camera? He put this in the super wide camera, I think, if I remember right. The
it says Leica M6, so I guess he shot it in his M6, but
maybe, yeah, okay. Oh yeah, tags. Read the tags. Yeah, might be good. 400 speed, 50. I wonder what the lens was. Yeah, that's neat.
Doesn't say.
Yeah, I didn't see what the lens is, but
nice puffy clouds too, like those.
Yeah, they come out very nice. But yeah, all the grass and stuff, it just ends up getting totally washed out and white. That's neat. That would be. I'd be interested to do that with large format, but I guess you've got to make sure the bellows is infrared safe, which I don't think the bellows on my camera is. I don't know what the cost is to get an infrared safe or secure bellows, but probably $100 or more. I would bet.
Wrap it in tinfoil or something.
Yeah, you could actually. I mean, you could literally put wrap foil around it or something to stop it. I guess I need to ask. Maybe I'll ask in the forum, large format forum, and find out. But that would be interesting. Yeah, because you can get. I think they do make the 4x5 infrared sheet. That would be interesting.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Very cool, Dennis. Hopefully we can connect next week on the show and see. I'd like to find out how. I guess he did one roll. I think it was. I think he was waiting to get through one roll before he developed it. So
right.
I think there was a 24 exposure roll or something. So cool. That's very, very neat. Well, good. That was good. Some good images. You have some more stuff to process from the festival. More stuff to go through?
No, just nothing else from there.
All right. Yeah. Hopefully I can get. I gotta figure out how to. I still got a couple. I took two. I did do 2 sheets of film. I think it was Wednesday. Yeah. Went out in the morning, and that pool that I did in black and white. And the one I put in color last week, I went out and did it again because it had a lot more leaves on the tree, so a lot more. And the sky was actually blue, so I got some blue and stuff. So I just did 2 sheets of color. So I haven't sent it out to be developed yet, but probably at some point in the next couple of weeks, I'll send that off with a couple more. I want to send in 4 or 5 sheets at a time because shipping. What do they charge? Right. Like $7 for shipping or something. So it's kind of crazy to do that just for 2 sheets. So I think I'll get 4 or 5 sheets and call it an even $30 to get 6 sheets of film developed or something, and send back. But I'm going to try to maybe go out this week. The weather's supposed to be decent, and there's a new spot, so I may try to get out and do another sheet of color and maybe another couple of black and white and see what I get. Lots of experimentation with the large format. That's what I'm finding. But I want to get pretty confident with it. So by the time I get to summer and fall, I feel pretty good. It still takes me probably too long. I don't know if it's too long, but it takes me a long time to set up and get the camera set up and get the initial composition made in a minute or 2. But then adjusting tilt and shift, and I fiddle around with it much too long. It's not intuitive yet. knowing
it'll
based on what I want. Yeah, I just have to more experience just so I can get it closer the first time rather than just kind of figuring. All I've been doing is setting it, and it's like, oh, that's not right. Go the other way, and that's worse the other way, and then fiddle back and forth. So now I'm getting some experience knowing generally where to start off and kind of narrow it down.
Yeah.
So, but
over time you get a little bit faster.
Yeah. I mean, it still takes minutes to set up each shot. I mean, if you're really, even if you are pretty proficient, it probably still takes five minutes minimum to do each shot. If you're going to do a little different composition or something like that. So for me, it's taken me 15 to 20 just because I'm playing around. But I get to the point where I'm pretty feel pretty good about it, so I can do a shot in 5 to 10 minutes instead of 15 to 25 minutes. It's taking me now, especially when it's hot, because you put that dark cloth over, and there's no air circulation. I was like, I couldn't imagine hanging out under there too much in the summer with the heat and humidity. So that's incentive to get efficient. You don't want to spend too much time under that thing because you just turn into a sauna very quickly. So cool. Yeah. Well, maybe I don't know if I'll get in. Maybe I'll do some black and white. If I can get out, maybe I'll try to do a sheet or two of black and white and see if I can scan that in. Next week's Easter, right? Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. And maybe not next week, but the week after. Hopefully I have a couple of images to put in. But you're going to be able to get out in the next week or two, do you think? Now that the weather, you're in the kind of the sweet spot as far as weather now. It's warm, but not too hot. And
I've got a shoot on Friday at the wetlands, meeting somebody there. So
cool.
At least get something done this week.
Mm-hmm. Is that the birders group, or are you just meeting up with somebody else down there?
Yeah, just meeting up with the friend of mine who I asked to shoot Chris and I's wedding.
Oh, cool. Good.
Just get pictures for us. So
okay, good. Yeah, that'll be good. Get out and get some stuff done, and look forward to seeing that. That is cool. All right. Well, yeah. Glad you can make it, Wes. I don't know what happened to Joe and Dennis, but they're probably watching golf. I'm sure. I know Joe is. Yeah. Now that
definitely.
Yeah. I mean, once Masters, he's definitely at golf. I mean, that's the sport for Joe. I'm sure. Dennis too. Yeah. So, all right. Hey, have a good week. Appreciate you showing up.
Thanks.
As always.
You too.
And show 187 is in the can, as Leo Laporte says. All right. See ya.
Yeah.
Bye.
Cheers.